Hello students, today I am going to discuss three standard forms of integration. This is not a new method of integration at all. To find out integration of these standard forms, we'll use the two methods that you already studied, and these methods are by parts and substitution method. So let us begin that how to find out the integration of the three standard forms by using these two methods. So let me tell you what are the three standard forms. In these three standard forms, we are just going to rearrange the two terms, that is a square and x square, by taking square root of sign on them. So just think, how can we arrange this a square and x square by using the sign of addition or subtraction between them and taking square root of sign on them in the numerator. So these are the three ways. Number one is, either you can write a square minus x square root of it. The second one is x square minus a square root of it. And the next is x square plus a square square root of it. What do you think? Is there any other way to arrange these two terms, a square and x square, by using these two signs, that is positive and negative? No. So these are the three standard form for which we are going to find out the integration by using by parts and substitution method. Here is the first result in front of you. It is integration of square root of a square minus x square. So its result is going to be x upon 2 square root of a square minus x square, same term that we are taking over here, plus a square upon 2 sine inverse x upon a plus c. So let us prove this result by using two methods, either by using by parts or by using substitution method. So first of all, let me take by parts. So first method is using by parts. So as this is only the one function, so we need to take one with it. So it is I is equal to integration of 1 into square root of a square minus x square dx. Clearly, this is first function and this is second function, because we can't take 1 as first function, because after derivative it will be 0 and we can't go ahead. So therefore taking 1 as second function. So applying by parts, this is first function, that is a square minus x square into integration of second minus integration of differentiation of first. It is clearly 1 upon 2 root a square minus x square into minus 2x into integration of second dx. Simplifying this term, we are getting is equal to x into square root of a square minus x square plus integration of, to get cancelled, left with x square upon square root of a square minus x square dx. Now if you remember, then you should know that what is to be done after this step. Yes, we need to create the same term in the numerator as in the denominator to go ahead. So it can be done by taking negative sign over here in front of x square, then adding a square and subtracting a square. So let us do the same. Is equal to x into square root of a square minus x square minus x square upon square root of a square minus x square dx. Now adding a square and subtracting a square. And now segregate the terms, these two as well as this one. So segregating these two, we are getting x into square root of a square minus x square minus, one part is a square minus x square upon square root of a square minus x square dx plus integration of a square upon square root of a square minus x square dx. On simplifying this term, we are getting x into square root of a square minus x square minus integration of square root of a square minus x square dx plus taking a square outside, we are left with dx upon square root of a square minus x square. Okay, now this is what? This is nothing but simply I from where we have started. So taking this term as I. So we are getting x into square root of a square minus x square minus I. This whole is I plus a square. Do you remember this result? Yes, it is simply sine inverse x upon a plus c. One of the 7 standard results that you have already studied in the previous videos. Okay, let us have this as I. We have already named this integrand as I. So further we are having 2i is equal to x into square root of a square minus x square plus a square sine inverse x upon a plus c. So now taking I is equal to x upon 2 square root of a square minus x square plus a square upon 2 sine inverse x upon a plus c upon 2 is again constant. We can write this as c. So this is the result that we are getting, and we have written it over here. So easily you can prove it by using by parts. Now let me take the second method by using substitution. The second method is using substitution. So just look at the function. It is I is equal to integration of a square minus x square in the square root of it dx. So if we are talking about substitution, then you should know that what should we substitute this x to get the identity of trigonometry. I have already suggested you for this type of questions that what you should substitute. So if you remember, then we should substitute x as a sine theta or a cos theta. Okay, so from here we are getting dx is equal to a cos theta d theta, and further let us take the value of theta from here. It is sine inverse x upon a. Okay, now let us replace the values over here. It is I is equal to integration of a square minus a square sine square theta square root of it into, in place of dx we are having a cos theta d theta. So after simplifying we will getting we are having a from here and a from here. So outside we can take a square, and here 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, and because of root it is cos theta only into cos theta d theta. This is simply cos square theta, a square into cos square theta d theta. Now you know very well that how to find out integration of cos square theta. It is simply by taking 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2 over here in place of cos square theta. So we are left with a square upon 2 integration of 1 d theta, and the second part is plus a square upon 2 integration of cos 2 theta d theta. Find out, it is a square upon 2 into theta simply plus a square upon 2, the integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta upon 2 plus c. Now the step which is left just to change this theta everywhere into the original variable, that is x. So as we have calculated theta over here, it is sine inverse x upon a, and as we have substituted x as a sine theta, so we can find the value of sine theta as well from here. It is x upon a, and similarly we can find out value of cos theta from here by using 1 minus sine square theta. So let us proceed. A square upon 2 into, it is simply sine inverse x upon a plus a square upon 2 into this sine 2 theta can be written as 2 sine theta cos theta. To get cancelled, you are left with sine theta into cos theta plus c. Now we have calculated already the value of sine theta. It is a square sine inverse x upon a plus a square upon 2 into, it is simply x upon a, and for cos theta let us change it into 1 minus sine square theta root of a plus c. Again let us put the value of sine theta over here. It is a square upon 2 sine inverse x upon a plus a square upon 2 into x upon a into square root of 1 minus x square upon a square, the value of sine theta plus c. So on simplification, you are getting a square upon 2 sine inverse x upon a plus a square upon 2 into x upon a into, taking LCM over here, we are left with 1 upon a outside, and inside the square root sign we are having a square minus x square plus c. So these 2a get cancelled, and the result that is left with us is same as we have written above, sine inverse x upon a plus x upon 2 square root of a square minus x square plus c. So I hope you understood how to prove these results either by using by parts or by using substitution method. Now let me take you to the other two standard results. These are the two other standard results. This is square root of a square plus x square dx can be written as x upon 2 square root of a square plus x square, the same term for which we are calculating integration, plus a square upon 2 log x plus square root of a square plus x square, the same term as we have written here, plus c. And the third one is x square minus a square root of it dx is x upon 2 square root of x square minus a square minus a square upon 2 log x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c. If questions are asked from such type of results, then you need to use directly these results. There is no need to simplify by using by parts or substitution method. Directly we can insert the results as it is, and it is very easy to learn these results, because you see that from till this portion all the results are same. In first one also we were having x upon 2 square root of the same term for which we are calculating integration. The same is here and the same is here. Then a square upon 2 is the term which is common in all the three results. The only change is in two results, that is a square minus x square and a square plus x square, we are having plus sign over here, whereas in x square minus a square we are having negative sign over here. And in these two, the rest of the term is same, which is log x plus square root of the same term which is given in starting and plus c. And in the first one, where we are having a square minus x square, you should remember that 1 upon square root of a square minus x square, where we are having it is sine inverse x upon a. So similar wise, if we are having a square minus x square upon a, then in place of this log x plus square root of a square plus x square, we will be having sine inverse x upon a. Rest of the things are same in all the three results, so you can learn these three results very easily. And one thing more I would like to tell you over here, that this result, the very first result that I told you, a square minus x square, is very useful for the 6 marks questions that we will discuss in application of integration in area under the curve. So these results are very important, so you should have These always in your mind, and that can be done only by doing more and more questions. Now let me discuss how to use these results in our questions. So as I told you, there is no need to prove the result. Just if we are getting the same type of result, the same type of question as we have studied in the 3 results, we will directly use the identity. So this is what? This is simply 16 can be written as 4 square. So simply it is square root of 4 square minus a square. X square. So here a is 4 simply. So using the result simply, it is x upon 2, let me name it as I, is equal to, so we are getting directly, we need to write the result, x upon 2 square root of 16 minus x square plus a square upon 2. Here a is 4, so therefore a square is 16, a square upon 2 sine inverse x upon a plus c. So your result is simply x upon 2 square root of 16 minus x square plus 8 into sine inverse x upon 4 plus c. So if you remember the result, then directly use it. It may be asked in MCQs or in one-word answer questions. If you are not having the result in mind, then you have to go for the whole procedure that just I explained. That will be very much time consuming, so better to learn the result. In this problem, the coefficient of x square is 16, and as I have told you in case of 7 standard results that the coefficient of x square must always be 1. The same condition is also applied here. It is like we need to change this coefficient of x square as 1 always before applying the identity. So to make it 1, let us take 16 outside, and after taking this, we will be left with 4 only, and left with square root of x square minus 25 upon 16 dx. Now it is very simple and you can do it very easily. Integration of square root of x square minus 5 upon 4 whole square dx. This is which identity? This is square root of integration of square root of x square minus a square, and you should have this thing in mind. This is 4 into x upon 2 into square root of the same term, that is x square minus 5 upon 4 whole square plus a square upon 2, that is 25 upon 16 upon 2 into log x plus square root of x square plus 25, it is minus not plus, minus 25 upon 16 plus c. So let us simplify it further. So simply we are getting x upon 2 into square root of 16x square minus 25 upon 4 plus 25 upon 32 log x plus square root of 16x square minus 25 upon 4 plus c. Further is equal to 4 into x upon 8 square root of 16x square minus 25 plus 25 upon 32 log, taking LCM over here, it is 4x plus square root of 16x square minus 25 whole upon 4 plus c. Now taking this 4 inside, we are getting x upon 2 square root of 16x square minus 25 plus 25 upon 8 log 4x plus square root of 16x square minus 25 upon 4 plus c. So this is the final result for the given problem. So look at these two types of integration. This is simply integration of square root of quadratic polynomial, and it is linear into root of quadratic polynomial. So nothing is special in these two. These are same just as we have done with these type of problems, ax square plus bx plus c, either with root or without root dx, when we were doing 7 results. So similar wise, as we have done over here, completing the square method, we have changed it into the standard identities. Same over here, we'll use completing the square method to convert them into the same 3 standard results of integration that just we have studied. So let us take example that how to convert these problems. So here is same type of problem in front of you. It is ax square plus bx plus c. Here a is 1, b is 2a and c is 0. So let us proceed. Let us name this as I. So I is equal to integration of square root of x square plus 2ax, adding and subtracting square of half of coefficient of x to use completing the square method dx, which is integration of x plus a whole square minus a square. Here again you are having two options. Either you can directly go to the identity of square root of x square minus a square, or you can put x plus a as t, then it is dx is equal to dt. Converting over here, we are getting I is equal to square root of t square minus a square dt. Now use the identity. It is equal to t upon 2 square root of t square minus a square minus a square upon 2 log t plus square root of t square minus a square plus c. Now just in the last you have to again put the value of t everywhere, and that will be your final result. So just you need to learn the identity and use it directly. No need to use the complete procedure. So in this, again let us name it as I. So I is equal to integration of, here the coefficient of x square is not 1, and you know very well that to use completing the square method, it is important first of all to make the coefficient of x square as 1. So first of all, let us make it 1 by taking root 2 common. So we are left with x square plus 3 upon 2x plus 2 and square root of it dx. Taking this root 2 outside, and now let us make half of coefficient of x and square it. So it is square root of x square plus 3 upon 2x, adding 3 upon 4 whole square, subtracting 3 upon 4 whole square, and there is no change in this 2. This will remain as it is dx. Now clearly it is root 2 into integration of square root of x plus 3 upon 4 whole square minus, taking negative sign common here, we are left with 9 upon 4 minus 2 dx. Clearly this is equal to root 2 into integration of square root of x plus 3 upon 4 whole square minus 1 upon 2 whole square dx. Now again this is the same identity just we have used. So go further as we have done earlier. This is the problem of the type px plus q into square root of quadratic polynomial. So to do this problem, it is better to recall the problem that you have already done. It is of the type px plus q upon square root of ax square plus bx plus c dx. Already you have done this problem. What you have done over there? You have created a term in the numerator which is derivative of this quadratic, and after that you segregated the term. So one term is derivative of this term plus or minus constant upon square root of quadratic. So the same method we will apply over here. First of all, we will create here a term which is the derivative of 6 plus x minus x square, and after that whatsoever is left will be segregated. So let us start with the same method. Let us name it as I. So I is equal to, clearly the derivative of this term is minus 2x plus 1. So we need to create minus 2x plus 1 over here. So to do that, let us take minus 3 common from this 6, so that it becomes minus 2x, and here it is left with us minus 5 upon 3. Again we need plus 1. So adding 1 and subtracting 1 over here, and this remaining quadratic under root the sign will be written as it is. Now it is equal to minus 3 into, taking these two terms together, it is minus 2x plus 1, and segregating these two, it is minus 8 upon 3. So we are left with two terms. So it is square root of 6 plus x minus x square dx. Now multiply this quadratic polynomial with this as well as this and segregate the two. So it is clearly minus 3 into integration of minus 2x plus 1 into square root of 6 plus x minus x square dx. This is one part of the integration, and the next part is minus 3 into integration of minus 8 upon 3 square root of 6 plus x minus x square dx. So here minus 3 integration of minus 2x plus 1 into square root of 6 plus x minus x square dx, and here if we simplify this thing, we are left with integration of plus 8 into integration of 6 plus x minus x square dx. Now let us name these as I1 and I2. So let us simplify I1 first. I1 is equal to, as minus 2x plus 1 is the derivative of this, so taking 6 plus x minus x square as t, another variable, or is equal to t you can write. So therefore I1 becomes minus 3 into integration of minus 2x, let us be write over here 1 minus 2x dx as dt. So let us convert this minus 2x plus 1 dx into dt and rest of the term as t. So it is square root of t, dt is left, and you know very well the integration of this term is minus 3 into t power 3 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 plus c. So therefore it can be written as minus 6 plus x minus x square power 3 upon 2 into 2 over here, 2 is left, plus c1 we should take, because this is the integration of first part I1. So I1 we are getting like this. Now taking I2. I2 is, we are having 8 into square root of 6 plus x minus x square dx, and you know very well what to do. We'll apply squaring, completing the square method over here. It is 8 into integration of, as I told you earlier, this negative sign cannot be outside the root sign, so it will remain inside, and it is x square minus x minus 6 will be written. Now 8 into square root of minus x square minus x, taking half of it and square of that, it is plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 minus 6 dx. So it can be written as integration of square root of minus x minus 1 upon 2 whole square, and here after simplifying we are getting minus 25 upon 4 dx. So again taking this negative sign inside this bracket, so we are getting 8 into integration of square root of 25 upon 4 minus x minus 1 upon 2 whole square dx. It is simply the identity under root a square minus x square dx. So by using that result, you can easily find out the final answer for this problem. I hope you are clear with all these types of problems, and one thing more you should observe, that the main methods of calculating integration of functions are the four, that one is as the inverse of derivative, number 2 substitution, number 3 by parts, and number 4 partial fraction. Other than that, we are using these same four methods in all other problems to solve different types of integration problems. Similarly, two more types of integration problems are left in which we use the same four methods that I'll explain in my later videos. Till then, stay tuned and keep learning.